Hi everyone, this is Hope with HopeYoder.com for a craft and cut tutorial on creating circle rhinestones with a heat transfer vinyl monogram. Let's start by opening a new page. Next, you're going to go under File, Import Artwork, and find the CD that came with your craft and cut software. Let's go to the center circle monogram. I'm going to select the letter A, and I'm going to keep adding. So I'm going to go under File, Import, and now find the left circle monogram. Grab your next letter, and then lastly, import artwork, and go to the right circle. There we go. Now let's move our letters off of each other so we have a center and a left and a right. Space these however you would like. Just try to get them equal distance apart, and then we'll line them up differently. That looks pretty good. Let me get them out of a line so you can see this next exercise. We're going to select everything. First, I want to color these pink. Next, I'm going to come over my alignment tool, drop down arrow, and here's your vertical center align. Perfect. Now, with them all selected, right click and then left click on group to make it one unit. Look over in your layers property window. You've got 3 letters. We can collapse all by right clicking and left click on collapse all. Let's use our rhinestone, single rhinestone icon. So left click on it to activate it. Now I'm working in millimeters, and to change that, in case you're in inches, is to right click over the ruler bar, and then you can simply change it to metric. Now let's activate our single rhinestone. In the drop-down menu, you have different sizes. I'm going to do the 10SS, which is 3.3 millimeters. Select OK, and then left-click anywhere on the screen. Now, I only want one, so immediately come over to your Select tool to disengage the rhinestone with rhinestone icon. Come down to your toolbar and left-click to give it a black color. If you click off, you can see this is black now. Let me zoom in. Now I want to fill that with color, so I'm going to select it and then come over to your properties window. I'm on no fill. Let's go to solid so you can see that better. Double click on your magnifying glass. Now let's make a circle of rhinestones to go around the heat transfer vinyl. Now, before we do that, if this was heat transfer vinyl, I would want to mirror image this, and we'll do that at the end. Go back to your rhinestone, select it, and use the circle sets. You're just going to play around with this, but I know I want this about 90 millimeters, which in embroidery terms, smaller than a 4x4 hoop. I want, let's see what 50 stones will give me. Hit apply. I like the way that looks. Notice it gives you the millimeter size. Click OK. That looks pretty good. So now come over into your properties window, your layers, right click, left click on collapse all, select all items, and let's center these 2 items together. Go under your alignment tools, scroll to the very end to select. That looks awesome. Can you imagine that on a t-shirt pocket or on a tote bag with heat transfer vinyl and then rhinestones? Now, if we're doing heat transfer vinyl, you would always want to remember to mirror image this. Simply select it by clicking on it, or come over into the layers view and select what you want. Here's your flip horizontal tool. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Now let's drag these apart from each other because we would want to create 2 different files to send them to the cutter, and I like to have a box around each. Here's how you do that. Go under your rectangle tool, select the square, and hold down your control key to form a square. Click on this icon, click on the rhinestones and come under transform. Notice we're at 3.68. So let's make my box about 4 inches. Go back to transform, select 4, and then apply. Let me zoom out so you can see everything. Now I want to center these 2, so select them both and go under your center icon. Now let's group this. I'm going to right click and left click on group. So there's my rhinestone template. Let's create another box for the heat transfer vinyl. Again, hold down. Oops, I don't think I did that right. Let me do that again. Let me hold down my control key and drag a box around it. So I've got a perfect square. Let me collapse all of this and let's see how big this is. Now notice how these are all grouped together. This is a really easy fix. This second box was pink, so let's go ahead and turn it into pink. When I collapse this window, now you can see I have different elements, which is what I want. I'm going to drag this up here so they're close to each other. Select them both, and I'm doing this in the layers window, and let's center both of them. Perfect. Now that box is a little bit bigger than I'd like. I don't want to waste my heat transfer vinyl. Let's go down a little more. That looks good. Select them both. Let's center them again. Right click and left click on group. Now you can see I have my two different pieces of material. On my mat I would lay my heat transfer vinyl, shiny side down. Please watch the application videos to find out more about working with heat transfer vinyl and rhinestones. But I've got my designs created. I'm going to go under File and Export Artwork, not Save, and then find somewhere that you'd like to put this and name this what you would like. And we'll call this Rhinestone Monogram, and then heat transfer vinyl. That way I know I've mirrored imaged it. I can save it as an SVG. I can save it as an FCM for the scan and cut, DXF for the silhouette, or a plotter file. Select Save and you're good to go. I hope this tutorial has inspired you to use the single rhinestone function along with the circle repeats and to use some of the artwork, again, that came in your craft and cut box. Until next time, happy crafting.